Oh shit, I had the headphones on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Bigg Talk. It's your boy B-I-double-G with my main man Rick.
You know what it is. We out here doing bigger and better things like always.
We outside. If y'all have a little background noise, you know, just ignore it. Just love the sound, love the ambiance of being at the lake. You know what I mean? If a car passes, you know, don't cringe. You know, drop in the comments if it's too bad. But we wanted to change up the vibe a little bit, man. Just definitely just bump the fuck out the table. That's cool though. Yeah, you know, that little intro music, you know, I'm not using my full clip anymore because, you know, copyright issues with Tay. But what I need to do is get some, hoes. Their moms don't watch the show. Their moms are hoes, you know what I mean?
That's simple.
But we need an artist to go ahead and sample that sound for me. You know, dot. Like, I can't give that up. I don't know. I can't give it up. We just cannot. Yeah, we just can't use their clip anymore. It's like the whole clip. So, like, go ahead and somebody sample that for me. Somebody get back to me on a price. You know what I mean? I hit you up and let's make a new big intro song. Man, it's been a while since we've been on Rick.
It's been a hot minute. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe even a month.
Yeah,
Shit's been crazy.
We had some episodes recorded.
Yeah.
As anybody who follows me on social media knows, I had a little crash with my hard drive, which, like, you know, kind of set us back like an episode or two. And, you know, lost some Argentinian footage, you know, just stuff that we need to pay to get recovered. But I've been planning for this next trip, so I haven't been able to get on that till recently.
Busy people.
Busy people. About to head out to Australia and in Bali. About to keep making content out here. Bring you some podcasts, you know what I mean, and some daily, more daily / weekly content than like post-trip vlogs, because I'm not going to go a month without posting. So that's definitely going to be the vibe. Yeah, we got to get on this new intro and welcome people back. It's summertime, man. It's starting to get hot as bitch out here.
It's hot as fuck. I don't know about you guys, but like I have to wear a suit for my job. And when I fucking tell you, by the 10 seconds that it takes for me to get out of my car and get into the building, I'm fucking sweating. It is so fucking hot outside. It's insane.
No, I work outside at the airport, and I had on long pants the other day because it said it was going to rain.
Yeah.
So I was prepared to have on, long pants or whatever. And I'm telling you, like, it got to like maybe like 1 o'clock, and I'm out at 3, and I had to roll up my pants because I was tired of sweating into my socks.
It's insane.
Yeah, I was tired of the sweat like dripping down into my socks, and I was like, I might as well be standing out in the rain with wet ass socks. You know what I mean?
It sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
But
summertime around the corner definitely means boat season. Me and the boys been back in the lake. I've been seeing the every Monday cookouts, back in the vibes. Just trying to get her in before we all leave the country for a little while here and. Leave America with a bang. America. You know, we talked a little bit earlier about what's been going on in America and the current events, and this. Most of you guys know the shooting at the grocery store in Buffalo has been like the headliner of news for the last
trending.
week.
For all the wrong reasons.
For
like,
I mean, just fucked.
Yeah.
You know, can't even say it any other way. You know,
it's insane. I mean, like, Matt showed me the video today, and I saw the video, and like,
you see clips, you see like versions or whatever, you see like stills, but there's one thing, he live streamed it on Twitch. 18-year-old, if you don't know what happened, 18-year-old goes to a majority black / black owned grocery store. With a manifesto, it basically says, "I'm killing niggas today. I'm about to, and opens up on old people, young people who are down on the ground, covering themselves up. Kills a security guard. Shooting people who are already down, like people who are already dead, like reloads and shoots. I mean, it's insane to watch the video and think like, yo, this happened in real life. Like this is really happened. And there were a couple things as I break it down that just made it truly disturbing. One was that it happened.
The fact that we could be in, we can talk about every point, like, go into it a little bit, but the fact that something like that, with such a racially motivated type attack, is still happening today is insane. Now,
you think times have changed and whatever, and there's racism, and then there's psychoticness.
Whatever that is.
That shit was just, you know what I mean, like Hitler.
That was
Hitler level hatred, like tactical,
like that doesn't happen because you get like beat up or something. That's like taught racism.
Like I hope
hate.
Some black people like had to have done something crazy to him.
That's insane.
For you to hate anybody that much is just insane, and just what he did, and like the age, and then also just like the brutality of it. So that was one of our points. Another point was that, at the end of the video, one of the more disturbing things is, he's done killed like 10 people at this point. And there's a guy going, no, on the ground. And he turns, points the gun at him, realizes it's a white guy.
Like,
and he goes, sorry, bro. Like basically, I'm not here for you, my bad. And proceeds to leave. And so that was just like shook. Like, okay, he just cold-bloodedly murdered all these people, and it turns, so
like, if that doesn't show the racial intent of it all, I don't know what does.
Like, my bad, bro. I see you're white. Have a good day. You know what I mean? That was crazy. And then the last thing is, and I'm going to break it down before I say what the point is that, there are people out here getting killed, for holding cell phones. Yeah. People out here getting killed for standing on corners. Black people, getting killed because, police feel threatened when they're arresting them.
Yep.
This man in full tactical gear, body armor, straight got shot and didn't get hurt and ended up killing a security guard that way with an AR, who's in cold blood, killed 10 people already, just got arrested, just plain old arrested. No bruises, no tased, nothing happened. So to me, it's like, wait, so you telling me 18-year-old white guy in full body armor with an AR that done clapped 10 people is not a threat? You're not threatened by that? No. You're not pulling your gun? You're not surrendering or whatever?
Yeah.
And that there are black people with no weapons surrendering and you're on their neck choking them out.
Exactly.
And and that just once again takes, what the fuck is that?
That was a little fucking...
It's like there's a spider monkey out there, boys. In this tree behind us. I don't know if y'all can hear that on the mic. We disturbed this book.
Oh, there it is again.
Yeah, we're going to have to shoot him.
True. Not us. Oh my god.
God,
terrible timing.
Yeah, bad timing. Very, very uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah. But damn, that thing does not stop.
It just, to me, just shows another level of he was on a racist attack, but I mean, for the police officers who did nothing, I don't know. It just none of it sat right with me. And normally, it's not a subject we bring. We keep it light in these things. You know what I mean? But once again, we're bringing you the angle of kids our age and what we see, and the fact that this was live streamed on Twitch.
Yeah. Which
if Twitch is used to stream video games and other things live. It was live streamed on Twitch, recorded. Sent out to everybody. It's just a lot of aspects of this that you just couldn't. I couldn't fathom. Damn, this is such a millennial racist attack. But where does this racism even come from nowadays?
Right.
Where is he getting that type of hatred? And he was on online forums and this and that they say. I mean, just
I read it up. Apparently he made a generalized threat in his school last year in 2021.
He was on the list.
He was on the list. He was already. And
I'm not saying that saying anything racist
no.
automatically puts you on the list, but there.
But the fact that he did have 180-page manifesto that he had written up or copied or wherever he got
allegedly
from.
it's copy and paste.
Yeah.
Allegedly it was taken from another manifesto from another attack. But just either way, man, it's just a lot of beans in that can that just don't shake out the same way.
There's just a few too many aspects of that entire situation, and there's too many coincidences for us not to be like. Yeah. That was racism. Straight racism.
It's all around, and I'll tell you, it's not even you could say racist shit happens all the time. That was just the fact that I told Hannah she had posted on her story, and so we had talked about it a little bit, and I asked her if she had seen the video, and she said no, and I said, look, you shouldn't watch it.
Yeah. It's not for the faint of heart.
It disturbed me. You know what I mean? Which says a little, the videos. I was telling you, it couldn't say anything. The videos pop up and some crazy shit pops up in the video, and you're watching people get exploded or do whatever. You're like, oh, that's fucking insane. Whoa! I watched this and I was like, no way! That was on U.S. soil. That, and then my last point being, my fourth and last point being, man, if that had been somebody, one of my family members, or one of my friends in that grocery store, that got killed like that in that way. There's just no way dude would make the court. There's no way I wouldn't.
No chance.
There's no way I wouldn't have done something to get me thrown into prison to kill him. There's no way that, and it's just disturbing because, he's going to end up going to jail on a life sentence instead of getting killed. He's going to end up in jail. A black person is going to kill him in jail for what he did because they should, and I fucking would. And that black person is going to get a life in prison on top of whatever he already has. And I'm putting money into his commissary. Fuck it.
Literally,
I'm sending money for 6, bro, because that is just. There's just no way that the justice system gets justice in this situation.
Exactly. And you can't call for justice and say that, fine. Obviously, this goes back to a whole different, point of view. Do you believe in,
you may not agree with what we're about to say,
but it's one of those things where, personally, in my opinion, you cannot go and kill 10 people and still have that chance for life on that's fair, because you're not just killing those 10 people, you've affected hundreds of lives.
Right. And reading the stories of
Yeah.
each person who was at that grocery store just made it a whole nother level. I've been sick to my stomach just thinking about it. Like the one guy that in the video was clearly had like the cake on him.
Yeah.
Like, he was here buying his son's third birthday. And he's getting I'm like, yo, and he's getting the cake.
Exactly.
And it's like, this
people
old lady,
just living their own lives.
86-year-old lady that he shot while she was down was just trying to get groceries on the way home from visiting her husband in the nursing home. Mm-hmm. Like, and it's just like, man, he didn't see them as people, and that, that just...
At that point, he just saw them as animals, and that by itself is just
blew my mind. If you're a fan of art, don't go watch the video.
Please don't.
But definitely do your research. And definitely, it's just something you need to know about. There's all sorts of stuff nowadays that we just don't know about. And, earlier we were talking, and apparently you're supposed to be voting today.
Right.
And it's like, damn, I'm that politically ignorant, and it's like,
there's also conspiracies or whatever with that too. But let's take this at face value. Like, conspiracies all aside, like, whatever happened is insane. Like, it should never be happening to anyone or anything out there.
Just look down and vote if you know what you're going to vote today. Go and vote. I hope you voted. I think by the time this comes out, I think it'll come out like a couple days. By the time it comes out, you're already supposed to have voted. Go vote if you know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. I don't watch the news.
Exactly.
I'm focused on a lot of different stuff, and that's just not one of them. But that piece of news got my mind.
And if you are voting, make sure to do your research and then vote. Don't just vote because, they have a funny name, or, I don't know, they're just aligned with whatever political form you follow.
I feel bad. Do you ever feel bad? Like the first time I voted, I felt bad. Like, I went and I knew the presidents. I knew who was running for president, whatever. And all I knew was like, I know I'm a Democrat, but like I don't know any of these people. I don't know the policies. I don't know who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what they said, what they've done, and I'm just like, and they're just ignorantly voting. I don't like that. Doesn't feel good. I don't feel like I'm doing just. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's important to vote, but imagine, like, I'll take it this way. Like, when I was younger, maybe when I got to high school, my parents were like, look, we're no longer going to make you go to church with us.
Okay, that's
and they were like, look, we need it to be your decision. Like, I'm not just going to drag you to church every Sunday for no reason. I want you to decide. Do you believe? Is this something you want to do? Is this something you want to do? And I was honestly like, oh my God, I'm so happy y'all gave me that choice, because I really don't. You know what I mean? It's just not my thing. I don't believe like that hard. I'm a big actions guy. I'm not big like thinking somebody else is affecting all my decisions all day. So they gave me the option, and I was opening, and I see the same thing with voting. It's like, I'm going in to vote, and I know absolutely nothing. I'm just there going through the motions. And that's how I felt. I was going to church because my mom was going to church.
We were
gonna. I knew we were gonna get food after church. I knew that we were going to go out to eat after church. Right. I knew that I could get food if I went to church, and I was just sitting there listening to a guy talk. And
you're there for the plate.
Yeah, and I'm not putting down on anybody who religions or anything
if
like that.
If it's your thing, go for it.
I just don't. I don't like being there and feeling fake. I didn't like in the room with people who are catching the Holy Spirit and like on top of their shit and like reading the Bible and studying every night, and I'm just there like, I'm here because we're getting grub after,
right?
And I'm here because it makes my mom happy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that to me feels worse. That feels bad. I would rather not go and not have, you know what I mean? And so that's how I feel about voting sometimes. So I try to do a little bit of research so I don't feel as ignorant. At least to have a reason for voting for some person, and I'm really trying to feel good about it because don't just go filling all the Democrat votes if you think it's a Democrat. If you don't agree. Abe and I, shout out to Abe, shout out to the host, man. I was supposed to go see him this weekend. Flights got fucked up. Just, me and him went through a lot of political stuff, about the Trump and Biden thing. We actually looked into it and did research and all this. I wouldn't vote that I because I done research.
As you should be.
And I felt good about going to the polls. My dad texted me, he was like, go vote. And I was like,
my dad texted me.
I was like, bro, not that I don't want to go vote, not that I don't have time. I'm recording podcasts, chilling, whatever. Yeah. I don't feel like I should go vote and not know anything that's going on. I would just be voting left and then, saying,
just calling it a day,
right,
just
whatever
put the checkbox in because it's there.
Fuck it, Yeah, so. But definitely, if you know what you're doing, go vote.
For sure.
As far as our last news topic goes, is it not crazy? I was listening to a podcast yesterday on the way home, and it was Jorge Masvidal.
Okay.
He was being interviewed by Logan Paul on the Impulsive Podcast, and they asked him what he thought about the Will Smith slap, and I was like, oh my God, people are still talking about that. First of all, which is not funny.
Not like last month.
We talked about it in an episode that might come out before this one,
and
I thought it was hilarious, and my whole thing was like, they go, well, is he in the right? And he goes, it's getting there nowadays where it comes to news or rapping or whatever, and people talk shit for clout, right?
Oh, for sure.
And he's like, at what point does it talk shit get hit come into play? Like, at what point is it too much, or what point is it going too far?
Yeah, where's that line?
And Masvidal said something that really, like, stuck with me. He said the line is different depending on what you do. He's like, because obviously a comedian has a further line because it's his job, to bring out or whatever, And then he's like, but then if you're singing and rapping, and like people now think about like 6ix9ine and them are taunting Dirk.
God, yeah.
They're taunting Dirk right now for not killing King Von's killer or something, or not clapping back when King Von got killed. And I'm like, bro, y'all are
wild.
Y'all are talking about my man's dead homie in like multiple songs, making him look like a punk in front of thousands and thousands of people, expecting him to not clap back because now you done made it a personal thing. It's not even so now. There's only a certain extent, talk shit get hit. If you're a YouTuber or you're a fighter or whatever.
Whatever it is.
If you start to bring people's families and moms,
family's definitely one of those things.
It's off limit for a lot of, there's lines and you can't cross, and the talk shit get hit mentality needs to come back. And so he was like, I think in Will Smith's case, with his wife's disease and stuff, he had the.
I think he was in the right. I mean,
I that made me agree that he was in the right. Because I just seen it as like, at what point does it become personal? Yeah. Because, you think about it he said it as a fighter, Masvidal's a UFC fighter. He said as a fighter, it gets to a certain point, you can say a certain amount of things and it's all in the fight. And afterwards, respect. Like, I was just trying to get in your head, whatever.
Exactly.
Like, much respect, didn't mean no hate on you.
Yeah.
But you say certain things and it's like, okay, now it becomes like, I got to go home and face my wife.
Now it's a little bit more
I got to go home and face my wife, my mom, my whoever you was talking shit about. And the whole thing is like you done made me.
With them.
Yeah, holy shit.
That's a big
ass beat, man.
Christ.
Shout out. We outside, nigga. Look,
I guess that's all right.
That's our cue to rat now. I'm just kidding. That was a huge loss, but so he was saying, then you see him on the streets, and that takes that drama home. He's talking about your wife, and your wife's like, yo, what did you in a press conference, and you didn't clap back about me, and then you got to fight with your wife about it and get to your girlfriend.
That's a whole nother situation.
Now he's coming into your personal life, which means when I see that person in the street, it's not, respect, it was all in the game of talking shit. It's fine. He's like, nah, homeboy. My personal life came into it. Now it's personal.
Exactly.
The octagon's over there. Throw them hands over here. Let's get it. And that's when it gets crazy. I think Masvidal allegedly beat up Kobe Covington in a restaurant.
Oh shit!
And that's how they were trying to get him to talk about on podcast, and he refused to. But hey, shout out to Masvidal. You're a real one for that because you can take it personal to a certain amount, but bro,
family's always off limits.
Talk shit, get hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I call your mom's a hoe and you really take offense to that, it's all unjust.
Pull up.
No, I ain't scared. I ain't scared. I ain't scared. Your mom's not a hoe. If you like and subscribe, and, get down in the comments, leave some comments, then we don't have a problem. And if you don't, your mom's a hoe. And if you got a problem with your mom being a hoe, pull up. Shit, we outside.
That's funny. It's also one of those things, if people saying some random stuff and you getting real offended, you're getting offended because you low-key know it's right. So if it's low-key right, do you really have a reason to be offended? Because at that point, you're just putting your anger out on the wrong person.
Like I said, there's levels to that thing. There's certain jobs that make it different, and I definitely I love that point of view.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's always like people are like, oh, and I was immediately like, yeah, Will Smith is right. And they're like, bro, you just like violence. And I was like, well, I'm not saying I don't like violence, but I'm saying it's a mentality. You can only take a certain amount of shit before you gotta clap back. And I promise that is the last time we will bring up Will Smith on the podcast.
True, yes.
It's starting to die down. It's starting to now become big news, but he's still goated.
We have new distractions in the world.
Now that what's his name? Dave Chappelle got assaulted on stage. So let me tell y'all.
Did you see the picture of that guy? After he was done?
He got fucked up. But let me tell you the best part.
90-degree angles. That shit was folded.
Jamie Foxx is a goon. Jamie Foxx is a true
What did
bro.
he do?
Jamie Foxx jumped up out the first row, ran up on stage, and was like, we stomping him out? Yeah, we stomping him out. He was in the crowd. He had security was on him, Dave Chappelle was on him, and Jamie Foxx was like, I got to get in on this. You'll see him come from off stage to help stomp this dude out. Like, oh yeah, I got my boys back. I got Dave Chappelle's back.
Yep.
Jamie Foxx, you a real one. Jamie Foxx, you remind me of Cody. Shout out to Cody. We got in a huge fight at we talk about it all the time, the Halloween fight, and Cody, who hadn't really been in fights before, said, saw me get punched. I still got the scar on my lip from when dude sucker punched me. I was happy as hell to get up and 1v1 his ass. Didn't have to. out the cut. Cody was the first one of my boys. Not even from Charlotte. Cody, first one of my boys. Come here. Bah, yoked him up, dropped him to the ground, broke his own wrist in the process. Was taking out these necks. Cody wristed on. Was out of work for 4 weeks for me. What a true homie. Jamie Foxx would be proud. Cody, you are a real one, bro. I'll never forget it. That was hilarious.
That shit is real.
Broke his own wrist to fuck up this dude. And I was like, damn, that's a real homie. Like, without hesitation, I didn't heat up.
Hold up.
I didn't heat up, but before I could even, I got hit and fell.
You don't help it. You help because that's the right thing to do.
I just remember thinking on the way to the ground, yes, sir. Finally, a nigga with the balls to hit me. Let's get this action. Fool, he like threw a little punch almost, but like also got the headlock and it dropped him to the ground. A little 2-in-1 combo. I'm not exactly sure he broke a wrist for him, but the effort, the bro,
you definitely get an A for effort.
The bromanship of that right
top
there,
tier.
top tier. Everything. You know, I would have shot Marshall, bro. Let's get it. We'll forever be a bro, man. Planning to trip to Austin soon. Let's get it. Got to go back down there. You know.
Facts.
Oh, it's gonna be great, man. Just got Jose hired at the airport. Shout out to my man Jose. You know, we can start getting some ignorant shit. I want to start doing these podcasts like in different places,
different
like,
locations,
different people. Just like fly somewhere and do this podcast. Something ignorant. Actually, you know, my boy Robbie and I during COVID, you know, we were working at the airport, and we were like, yo, we should do an episode of Bigg Talk on a plane. Planes were so empty that you could basically fly in. And you literally have like 2 or 3 passengers in the plane.
Exactly.
You're going to pull up with the computer and the microphone, you know, you plug
that's really all you need.
We were going to record it in the air as we fly around. Yeah, you know, now like planes are too busy to do all that, and like people be like, "Well, you're talking, shut the fuck up," you know, whatever. And I'd be like, "Shut up, your mom's a hoe, Karen." But yeah, we were gonna do that during COVID. Really sad we didn't take the opportunity to actually do it, but that would have been elite.
That would have been dope.
That'd have been tight.
That would have been like that impressive too, because you wouldn't have seen a podcast on a plane
people
like that.
People would be like,
before.
"How much did y'all pay to film this podcast?" Like, what's y'all's episode budget like?
Right.
Like, come on,
I mean, for free, bitch. I work for the airport.
You know what I mean? Shit, you know.
Right.
All the people who don't know me already be like, "Oh, we gotta follow this dude. He's wilding this out. Record on a plane, the train, a boat.
Just fucking go up and down them aisles. Just be ignorant on the plane.
Yeah, we gotta find a way to get all this like background noise out, and then we can record on the boat. We can do whatever we want, man. That'd be pretty epic, man. We definitely gonna have to do some stuff in Bali. That's
has to be done. Bali's really cool. So cheap to live in, like it's crazy.
Like I was looking at Airbnbs for the whole month, and I was looking at like $450, $500. Maximum like $900 if I got like multiple bedrooms and shit. But like everywhere has a hot tub. Yeah. Everywhere's got, you know, and I could be out there gonna be editing content,
chilling,
you know, working for some YouTubers and you know, working while I'm out there. Took some vacation time, you know, just definitely not going alone like I originally thought I was going, you know, but it's fine. Like I
alone time is good, but sometimes I feel like if it's an extended period, you gotta go with somebody.
I still at some point am gonna do it. You know, I want to go somewhere alone and just experience it on this, but also there's so much stuff I want to experience there. You know, not to be funny, Bali is going to be different with a girl. Like it's gonna be,
facts.
It's one of those places.
It'll be different.
You go with the gorgeous girl. You know, shout out to the ladies.
She's big chilling.
And you know,
having a good time.
I get to work on my photography skill. You know, eat lots of food. I like to share experience. Also, I like to like not always be the main character in my vlogs. You feel me? Like I like to like talk and like be in the forefront, but I like to have a subject. Yep. You know, you're best shooting with the subject. You know. Bringing all the gear out there, cameras, drones, everything. Yeah. Going to get great footage, both, you know, organized and not organized. Going to try to edit something every day. Going to try to get some certifications online while I'm out there, since you don't have the opportunity. And,
shit is easy. You just got to go to Google certifications, and there's a whole
maybe some
bunch of them out
Adobe
there.
stuff, some different, you know. Just want to be doing some work every day and putting it in. And, you know, we'll be out there for a whole month, so... hopefully, you know, it's going to be vibey, man. These next couple months are going to be different. I got the Cleveland vlog coming out. Hopefully, I can recover Argentina Part 2. You got Mexico. You got a bunch of videos dropping. You know, before I leave, you know, we're going to do that chicken video.
Already
we keep talking about it.
You
know what I mean?
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. I got somebody pulling up with the Popeyes.
Nice.
So me and you got to get the Zaxby's and the
easy.
Easy. And
so many everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it is one day. Fuck, we might do that shit right now.
As you know,
you never know. You never know. But yeah, anyway, so you know, it's been a good episode of Bigg Talk. Not one of our longest episodes, but you know, we have some serious stuff to talk about. Really do think about this stuff. Really follow this case. You know, if it's eating at you, you know, reach out, say something about it. But
Share us your opinions, because not everybody would have the same opinion as we had. Obviously, we grew up in a different light than everybody else does, so maybe
obviously, you know what I mean.
It's a little different.
It's a little personal,
but our shade, but still,
it's just felt, bro. That video is felt, and you know, I just want
everybody. Was wild.
Yeah, the fact that I talked about it on this show, man, should mean a lot. Like it just sticking, it's sticking to me, and I just had to get it out there. And you know, that's what this podcast is about. You know. It's about us getting our thoughts out there, and also
we gotta talk about big things, you know.
Giving you our point of view on the big things. So you already know what it is. Another episode of Bigg Talk. Shit, we out. Peace.